Hey, you guys, it's Megan from Create Your Future, and I am super excited to announce my new course. It is called Mental Diet and Manifest Your SB in Anything You Want. Now, I know on this channel we talk a lot about mental diets, and you might understand it on a surface level, but I really, really intend for you guys to understand this so you can have everything you want. So I worked really hard on this course, and this course is based on my own decade of experience with manifesting, as well as working with thousands and thousands of clients and realizing to help them achieve their dreams and how mental diet is the most important thing to achieve what you want. And it has to be really understood on a fundamental level. Okay, so this course involves the mental diet, but I also talk a lot about the subconscious, the conscious mind, because those are very, very important. So you can have anything you want, because guess what? You dictate to your subconscious mind that what you want in your reality. Okay, you get to do that through your mental diet. Also, you can't stop talking to yourself ever. Okay, we can never stop talking to ourselves. And so I talk about that. I also talk about thought transmission because people overhear our thoughts over and over again. Also valuing ourself and our self-concept and the way we look at reality, the way we look at relationships, the way we see ourselves in any sort of thing that we're trying to manifest in the subject that we're trying to manifest. Because as we know, self-concept is vital. And mental diet is more than just saying positive affirmations over and over again. It's also involving all these other things, because guess what? There's nobody to change but yourself. Okay, so I'm really excited. I sat down, I put a lot of effort and time and used all my experience and research and the experience of many, many of my successful clients and thousands of people I've worked with throughout the years on this. So if you guys are interested, the link is in the description below. It's downloadable. It comes with the workbook, and there's a lot of amazing information. And I intend to have every one of you guys to manifest what you want. And as you know, this channel is mainly about specific person. So there's a lot of information about specific people on that as well. Again, we talk about the science in it, the psychology. I put a lot of different things in there to help you guys be able to manifest what you want in your reality, because if you have the desire, you're meant to fulfill it. And how do you do that? Through a strong mental diet. But you really, really have to understand how that works and how that transpires to have it out pictured into your reality, how to control your reactions, and how close you are to having what you want in your reality. So again, the descriptions are in the link below there. So anyway, going through that, I also want to touch on a couple other things to let you guys know. So like I said, you are in control of your mind, okay? So you're in control of directing your subconscious mind to direct what you want to have. You don't have to believe this. You just have to believe that your thoughts create and that you are the operant power in your reality. So I had a couple of things going along with that to share some success this week, just with how powerful the mental diet can be. So I'm going to share a couple of those real fast as well. Again, you have a choice, because you always have a choice. You can't stop thinking. Okay, you can't stop thinking. You can't stop talking to yourself. Okay, this is continuous. So what you have to do is start being aware of what you're thinking. So again, through this course, you're going to go through exercises, start seeing what is my programming? What is my limiting beliefs? Where do I really hold myself? And it's becoming super, super aware, because that's what this whole process is about, being super aware of what you're thinking, because what we're thinking inwardly is always out pictured. So again, with this course, you're going to go through a lot of different exercises so you become aware, because the whole thing is, if you're not aware of what you're thinking, then you're not going to be able to necessarily manifest what you want. So, we're unraveling those things through this course. And again, let me tell you, you always have a choice with this. So some success this week with clients as well that I want to throw here with some things that I've been finding with mental diet, which is so powerful, is I had a couple of different things, which is so amazing, because guys, people are always overhearing our thoughts, no matter if they're good or bad, if we want them, if it's something we want or don't want. That's not how manifesting works. We get what we say, and people are always overhearing what we say. So we might as well choose our thoughts in a way and align them with what we want. So for instance, I had a success story with a client who she wanted her SP to get rid of social media. She had a lot of insecurities about social media and her SP looking at different people, and it created a lot of different insecurities. So we, worked on self-concept, work on the mental diet, in her conversations, what she was saying about herself in relationship to the things she was trying to manifest in her SP in the relationship. And one thing she wanted to have done just to make her feel what she wanted was to have her SP to not have social media anymore. That was a trigger point. Guess what? She looked on there the other day and it was completely gone. Okay. And again, he thinks this is his idea. That's how this works. That's why we don't always have to tell the person specifically how we want things to go, because it goes internally. So she went internally and intended for him to get rid of his social media, stuck on that strong mental diet, work through all her limiting beliefs and doubts. And lo and behold, no more social media. Right. Another client also going through the mental diet, she was kind of having some hot and cold behavior with her specific person, and they were talking about going on vacation, and, he kept pushing it off. And then he said, we worked on the mental diet, her limiting beliefs, and he came back and said, you know what? I feel like we should just push this vacation up right now. Let's just do it. I cannot, I just want to be with you like this weekend. Let's just push it this weekend, and that was her affirmation. Gosh, I want him to want to go on this. Her thought process was him wanting to go on this vacation, thinking his idea, let's do it right now. So she kept sticking on that mental diet and listening to her conversations and turning down her negative doubts and thoughts. And he came to her. She didn't have to beg and say, oh, honey, can we please push up this, trip? No, he came to her and he thought it was his idea. And he also said to her, I had to write this down, I feel like you're reading my mind. I just thought that was great, because it's not that we're reading anybody's mind, but once you consciously, well, we kind of are. So once you consciously figure out how you're creating, you realize, you start aligning your thoughts, you start seeing the best in people, you start having these inner conversations, and this all through commanding your subconscious mind through that mental diet, and realize you're in power, not the other way around. And then someone else wanted her specific person. She felt like he was neglecting her. So she wanted to hear, like, I woke up thinking about, or I'm thinking about you all the time. She kept saying her affirmation and her mental diet and her self-concept was somebody that was, just going to be showered with attention. And she kept saying she wanted her specific person to think about her all the time and shower with attention. So he actually sent her a text that I just woke up thinking about you. In fact, I dream about you. In fact, I can't stop thinking about you. So these are some stories to show you how this actually works. These are just from my sessions this week, which I thought was pretty amazing. Oh, and also somebody else, sorry, I was looking at my notes, somebody else got contact, they were no contact and got contact 48 hours after a session. Again, that was through us working through the limiting beliefs and staying on a strong mental diet. And then also one other client, she got her dream job, and they created an entire job that didn't even exist for her, because she had this mental diet, was watching her thoughts and those limiting beliefs. So that all happened this week. So what I want to say is, this is a lifestyle. Okay, you can't just this always goes on and on. But how you do this is you listen, you quiet your mind, you're observing your thoughts, you're observing, you're being aware, and you do that without judgment. Okay, and you do that without judgment. You don't want to judge yourself, because we aren't our thoughts. We can direct our thoughts into what we want. And that's what consciously creating is. It's choosing where do we want to direct our thoughts and our emotions, and then coming up with, some sort of affirmations or inner conversations to go along with that. And affirmations, I want to say something very quickly about that. Affirmations are not just a technique, because affirmations, again, whatever we're saying to ourselves is an affirmation. And so that dominant affirmations, dominant thoughts are what's being outpictured. So that's what I'm here for, is to help you figure that out. If you feel like you need more help, figure out, what am I saying? What are my limiting beliefs? And I can usually figure that out very quickly through a session, because sometimes we are just on autopilot and we don't even hear what we're saying to ourselves, and that's what's being outpictured. Those are those inner conversations, those dominating beliefs, those affirmations. That's what's being outpictured. So, like I said, we want to be really aware of what we're thinking. And again, this is a lifestyle and this is a progress. Okay, so I also want to say that this isn't something that you have to be perfect at right away. This is something that you want to be diligent with and you want to practice. And I always say in a lot of videos, it's a marathon. It's like running a marathon. If I were to run a marathon or any skill, I would have to practice. I wouldn't think that I could run straight to the end of the marathon without practicing this over and over again. I would practice, maybe get 1 mile in. And then after the next, mile, then, I'd work up to 2 miles and so forth. So we're really, really uncovering, years and years of programming. and it's like an onion. You know, you take one layer off, you learn about limiting belief or self-concept, you work through that and get the next one. And then your desires are able to come in after you start being aware of what are my limiting beliefs, what is my programming, how do I overcome this? Okay. So, and that's what I'm here for. So if you need some extra help for coaching, for me to help you figure out what your limiting beliefs are, I am here to help you figure that out. I love doing that. I told myself a long time ago when I would figure, excuse me, after I, once I was able to figure out how to manifest, that I want to do this as a lifestyle to help people, because I believe everybody deserves to have what they want in their reality. And so that's what I'm here for. And also, like I said, the link for my new course is in the description below. And it is through a lot of really good information, a lot of exercises for you to really unravel what you're thinking in your head, as well as it's, you know, talking about your subconscious and conscious mind, because I think it's really important to understand also that background information. So anyway, thank you guys. Hope this was helpful. Have a great day. Bye-bye.